rotate my phone now? Are you serious? Can you guys hear me? I think that I have to rotate my phone now. Facebook Live has completely changed their setup. So hold on one second. Let me just, hold on. Oh my goodness. Rotate my phone. Hi guys, I'm so sorry that I am late. I had to figure out the whole system. Like, I guess Facebook Live had some kind of update. Hold on. You may have to look at my ceiling for a second. Hold on. There we go. I apologize. I hope you don't get motion sick. All right. Hi. I am so sorry. Yeah, like I was saying, Facebook had some big update and I couldn't figure it out, like why I couldn't go live earlier. But I guess here we are anyway. And now it's asking me to rotate my phone. So does that look right? We're still crooked, I swear. There we go. Better? Yes. Good. Hi, Meg. Good. All right. Thanks, guys. Hi, Anne-Marie. Nice to see you. I'm sorry for being late. I wasn't actually late. Well, I guess so. I don't know. I just, you know, technology's hard for me, guys. So now our camera's up there. And all right. Nice to see you guys. All righty. We're going to get started. I hope you saw the lineup that I just posted a minute ago. That's on the Facebook page. So if you want to go over there, you can look at that. But we're going to go with Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Ophiuchus, Sagittarius, Aries, and Leo. You guys are last tonight. I'm sorry. Okay, let's see. What's this going to be like here? I don't know. I'm not. Oh my gosh, there's a glare. You don't want me to freak out about the glare. I can turn this down. Hold on. All right. Better? No, not better. All right, we'll work with it, okay, people? This is a whole new system. It's crazy over here. All right, let's say a quick blessing and we'll figure out what's going on with Aquarius. Ready? All right, Holy Spirit, thank you so much for being with us here today on this fantastic Super Bowl Sunday. Yeah. We ask that these messages be received by those who are meant to hear them. Amen. All right. What do we have for Aquarius? Happy birthday, Aquarius. All right. Page of Pentacles. Okay, this is starting something new. It's like the idea of going back to school in a way, almost. It's kind of the energy of ground zero. It's somebody who doesn't mind starting like from entry level. It's a brand new beginning. This is somebody who knows a good thing when they see it and they see something that they want to invest in. Okay. So this is either your energy, Aquarius, or this is something around you. Very good. This one was just flipped over. This is the Sun card. This is basically the happiest card in the deck. So whatever this brand new beginning is, whatever this leveling out, this new start, whatever this new investment is, it's going to bring a lot of peace, a lot of harmony, a lot of healing, a lot of prosperity. Okay, good news. The Sun is the card of divine masculine. It's also the card of Leo. Nine of Cups. Aquarius, whoever you are, whoever I'm reading for, this is a fantastic reading. Nine of Cups is all about wish fulfillment. Basically the third dimensional level. Like, I always think of it as like the birthday candle wish that comes true all of a sudden, and it's kind of spectacular. You're in a great energy. I love this. Seven of Pentacles, this is something that you have been waiting on for a long time. This is something that you have invested parts of yourself in, and it's time for a payout. And it seems like all of your hard work is starting to pay off. I like it. Hold on. Three of Pentacles in reverse, Seven of Swords. Hang on. What's this? Because I got to be honest, that's a little bit disruptive. Okay, so it's possible that in the past, you'd been forming partnerships with people who maybe weren't always telling you the truth. There was always something in the back of your mind that was saying to you, I feel like this person's not sharing all of themselves with me. And you were kind of always forming these partnerships that would kind of fall apart in some way. This Three of Pentacles in reverse is somebody who wants to form a solid partnership, but no one's coming forward in the way that they need to support this partnership, whatever the situation is. The Seven of Swords, who has been super popular over the last couple of months, is someone who doesn't always tell the truth, the whole truth, and everything but the truth. This is deceptive behavior. This King of Pentacles is someone who wants to focus on their stability, and they want to create a positive, balanced life for themselves. Okay, that's your energy. I think you're moving on from that, and I think you're about to start investing in something that is much different from the partnerships you've experienced in the past. If we're talking about love, if we're talking about career, whatever. I have this Ace of Wands that comes out on its side, and it kind of asks us to question why you've been choosing the relationships that you've been choosing in the past, what it is that you've been drawn to in the past in regards to relationships. The Ace of Wands is probably the most sexually passionate card we have in the entire deck, other than maybe the King of Wands or, you know, the Devil card. But this Ace of Wands, whenever it comes out on its side like this, it's somebody who's having a hard time deciding on things. This is someone who's questioning why they've made the choices in their life that they have, which is very healthy. I think it's good. Thank you. I've got the Three of Cups here. Hold on. The Hanged Man in reverse. And I got the Fool card. This is great news. Okay, Aquarius, I like this. All right. I had some complaints from a couple of Aquarians this week who said that it had been pretty dark in their lives for a couple of weeks. And I have to be honest, this is a very positive spread for you guys. I like what I'm seeing here. With this Ace of Wands here, there's somebody who's considering some kind of reconciliation between friendships or loved ones, lovers, some sort of thing. The Hanged Man in reverse, which is the card of Pisces, is someone who decides to stop waiting and they decide to start taking action. With this Fool card right here, this is a brand new beginning, and it kind of mirrors this Page of Pentacles that we had out as our first card, which indicates somebody who's willing to start something new. They're willing to take things on. They're willing to, I don't know, they're willing to start some kind of new thing here that could be really profitable and really good for everybody. But it looks like somebody's been through quite a bit here with that Three of Pentacles and that Seven of Swords. Let me just grab this Tarot of Dreams real quick and clarify a little bit more. I want to know, actually, I want to know what this new beginning is, and I want to know what this reconciliation is over here, and I want to know who this is in the middle. I feel like this is a lot of people in the middle, where I said it was like you were trying to find these stable partnerships, but you were always being drawn towards people who you felt like you couldn't trust for some reason. I don't know if you felt like you couldn't trust yourself, or if you felt like you couldn't ever trust the people that you were attracted to in some way, whether this is in career or love. I kind of want to get down to the bottom of this. Let's see here. What is this Page of Pentacles, this brand new start that you seem to be so happy about? The Six of Swords. Okay. This could be a physical move. You may be moving house. You may be moving out of town, out of the state, out of the country. I don't know. The Six of Swords is moving on from something. You could be leaving a relationship. You could be leaving one job, one place of employment for another. Six of Swords is moving on, and it's taking all of the wisdom that you have gained over the last few years and applying it, and then being able to move up to the next level. That's what you're so happy about, and this is something you've waited a long time for. There's a lot of healing that comes with this change of direction. This Three of Pentacles right here, thank you. I've got the Temperance card on top of that. That's the card of Sagittarius. It's, I mean, I don't know, perhaps your last relationship was with a Sagittarius and you felt like it could never get off the ground because you just felt like they were never telling you the truth, or maybe you didn't feel like you were able to share your truth with them, but there was some kind of lack of stability here. I like seeing this in the upright position. It doesn't necessarily have to be a Sagittarius. It can also just be you focusing on... It can be you focusing on your own balance, on your own routines, your daily habits, your daily life, what you want those to look like, what you don't want those to look like, what's going to bring you peace and harmony, and what causes extra drama in your life. It feels like in the past you may have attracted some people who weren't always, you didn't feel were always so forthcoming. Maybe people... Ace of Wands again in the reverse. There was some kind of fallout here in some way in this relationship. I feel like it's already happened. I feel like it's kind of like a moot point at this stage. But it's somebody who kind of has a deflation in passion for a person. Oh boy. All right. Fair enough. Okay, well, it changes direction for you in some way because it allows you to move forward, and there's some kind of reconciliation that comes about with this Three of Cups here. And I don't know who that's going to be with. Let's look. The Emperor, very nicely done. The Emperor is the card of Aries, but it's also the card of Divine Masculine. Oh, you know this glare is going to make me a crazy person in a minute, right? We're going to have to adjust. You know we're going to. Okay, brace yourself. So the Emperor is someone, though, who runs their own empire. And this could either be you moving on into a position that allows you to create this for yourself, this empire for yourself, to maybe be the person that you've always wanted to be. It can also be you leaving one partnership and moving towards this Divine Masculine energy, this Aries energy in your life. It's one of those things, you know, pick A, B, or C. It's definitely you taking charge of a situation and being really excited about it and being really excited for this brand new start right here. All right, Aquarius, that was your reading for this week. It looks very good. It's very positive. If you're one of those Aquarians that commented to me earlier this week that, you know, things have been rough for you guys, it looks like things are definitely turning a corner. There's some clarity that comes in. There's some kind of passionate new beginning that is going to be sending a lot of healing energy towards you. If you've been feeling a little bit sluggish or depressed, you're going to start to feel a lot better probably this week. Look for a positive change. All right, Aquarius, happy birthday if it's been your birthday, and thanks for letting me read your story for you. Next up, we have Gemini. We're going to use this Tarot of Wonderland for you guys. And let me see here. Is there any way I can make that better? Because, you know, it's going to be fine. All right, I'll just lean over a little bit. All right, Gemini, what do we have for Gemini? Ace of Swords. Okay, we have some kind of message coming in. It's some kind of clarity and it's some kind of truth. Okay, it's something that is written. It's something that you're writing, possibly, or this could be someone that, it's just a message that someone is sending you. Hold on. There's some kind of new insight to something. I've got the Seven of Swords again. Twice out already tonight. No. All right. This is our lying cheater card, like we were just talking about a second ago in the Aquarius reading. Someone who doesn't always tell the whole truth. They admit things. It feels like someone in this situation, whether it's you or another person in your immediate environment, is starting to pick up on some of these untruths, some of these things, maybe starting to talk about some things for the first time. The Seven of Swords, the lying cheater, you know, we always look at him as such a villain. But there are a lot of reasons that people choose not to tell the truth. It can be, you know, not to hurt somebody's feelings, you know, like, oh, does this dress make me look fat? You know, that kind of omission, right? It can be because they're afraid they're going to get in trouble, you know. It can be, there's just a lot of reasons that people don't share the truth. They don't want things to change. So don't think for a second that, yeah, the Eight of Cups in reverse. Oops, and another one. Now I got the World card. Okay, so whatever this situation is, this truth that comes out this week, or this situation, whatever truth you're choosing to share this week, I don't know, you're going to have to take it however it applies, is something that you kind of, it feels like an energy of someone walking away from another person. It's quite a shakeup is what I'm getting. This Eight of Cups right here is someone who decides that they don't really want to be emotionally tied to something anymore. It's someone who decides to let go, someone who kind of gives up. And this World card right here that comes out just tells me that it's a shakeup. And it's something that I honestly feel like you are the driving force behind. Like, whether you're the person in this situation who's having to let someone go because they haven't really been telling the truth and the whole truth and all of that, or whether you're the person who has to inform someone that maybe you haven't been telling the whole truth, the whole, you know, about something. It feels like it's kind of a major shakeup, and it feels like someone who's ready to let go of it. Perfect. I have the Five of Wands in reverse. This is somebody who's tired of like the mental drama about the situation. They want to let it go. They feel like they can let it go at this point. I like where we're headed. I like how proactive this is feeling. Perfect. I have the Knight of Swords. Very good. This is someone who wants to take immediate action. They want to go in a completely different direction. They want to come in. They want to clear the air. They're tired of the obsession in their head. They want it to be over. Okay. And I got the Nine of Wands here. This is somebody who says, I'm putting up some boundaries. Yeah, this is called the Wounded Warrior, the Nine of Wands. And people, you know, they always kind of bag on the Wounded Warrior character, but in my opinion, he's putting up the walls for a reason. He's been burned in the past. He's a smart guy. There's somebody here who has been deceptive in a situation, and you are this, and it feels like you are the one who's putting up some boundaries here. Whether you're the person who's been sharing the truth or not, it feels like you're wanting to separate from something, and while it's quite a shakeup, you're willing to let go of it emotionally because there's just been a lot of drama. So now you're starting to kind of keep someone at arm's length, and you're going in on your own with the Nine of Pentacles, which is the minor arcana version of the Empress. Very good job. That just means someone who's deciding to no longer be in the energy of codependency and kind of move out on their own and make some positive choices for themselves. I'm going to clarify with this Star Power Tarot real quick. Get a little bit more about this. Ooh. Do we even dare ask what this Ace of Swords is, right? Perfect. The Strength card. God, give me strength. What? Okay, so it might be something that's kind of important. It might be something, like I was saying, that really actually does shake up your world a little bit this week. Be prepared for it. Be ready to share something possibly that you understand could kind of change things drastically, you know? I don't get the sense that you're terribly upset about it for some reason. I get the Eight of Swords in reverse. Somebody who decides to start talking. The Eight of Swords is a very restricted energy. It's someone who can be very blocked. They can be kind of procrastinating. They can be burying their head in the sand or like sweeping things under the rug. In the reverse, we have someone who's decided it's time to come out of that. It's time to start talking. It's going to be hard with that Strength card, but we're just going to go ahead and get over it because it's time to move on. Good job. I like it. What was I saying? Being so proactive. This Queen of Swords, someone who starts talking, and when they start talking, people listen. Because when the Queen of Swords starts talking, she's very clear, she's very direct, she says what she means what she says. Very good. And she tells the truth. Good job. I got the Ace of Wands in reverse. You know this is going to let somebody down. And you understand that it means letting go of something with the Ace of Wands in reverse. And you know that it means you're going to have to move in a different direction now. And you may not have as much support as you did before. And you're okay with that Nine of Pentacles. Anything else you want to say about that? Eight of Wands in reverse. Oh boy. Okay, hold on. Let me get one more about that. Because the Eight of Wands in reverse is somebody who doesn't want to communicate anymore. It's almost like you say what you need to say and then you're done, and you kind of extract your energy from the situation and you go to a completely different place is kind of what I'm feeling. I think this is why I wanted to get another card about it, though, is because I want to caution you that while you're having whatever communication this is that's causing you to be pretty strong and have to tell some pretty harsh truths that maybe you'd been denying or kind of avoiding for a while, I encourage you to watch the way that you say that, the way you say them. Because this Eight of Wands in reverse, it can be like backlash energy in the sense of like, I don't know. I just don't want you to have any more drama in your life than necessary, right? So when you go to have whatever conversation this is, just make sure you come at it with a lot of kindness and love, you know, the best you can. I don't know what it is, but yeah, the Knight of Wands in reverse. Be careful of being a little bit reckless or impulsive, okay, with the things that you say. All right, I'm going to leave it at that because I think that you're fine. And I think that I'm talking to someone who is like a done Splitsville because they see that they need to be for whatever reason. I don't know what this situation is. I don't know if we're talking about what kind of relationship it is in your life, but we have somebody who's, it's taking quite a bit of themselves, and it's taken some time for them to get to this point. And I feel like we've experienced this in some way for long enough that we're able to start letting go and start telling the truth about how we're feeling in this situation. Just make sure that when you do share your feelings, you do it with as much, as I said, kindness, patience, and love, right? Okay, very good job. A lot of progression there, Gemini. Next up, we have Libra. Alrighty. What do we have for Libra? The Magician in reverse. And the Strength in reverse again. Darn it all. All right, so the Magician in reverse and the Strength in reverse. I got to be honest, it feels like, kind of like running into a brick wall, honestly. It's kind of like the feeling of not being able to do anything. It's like my hands are tied and I am spent. Like I don't have any more energy to give to this. I don't know what to do about it. My hands are tied. I got the Page of Wands in reverse. Hey, this is somebody who's having to deal with an immature energy of in some way. I feel like someone here is frustrated and they don't have any more to give. And they're frustrated by someone whose impulsivity and immaturity is causing issues in their lives. And again, we've got the Seven of Cups in the reverse here. Seven of Cups is about illusionary, delusionary behavior. Whenever we have it in the reverse, it can be someone who's overindulging in like addictive behavior. It can be someone who is not focusing on, I don't want to say the right things, but things that are going to bring prosperity into their lives. Okay. I get the sense that someone here is frustrated by this. I got the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. This is someone who's kind of like stuck and stagnant, like they feel like they can't really move forward. They're kind of stuck in the mud. They feel like there's no way they can change a situation. I don't know if this is your energy or someone in your immediate environment. I mean, it's like somebody dug in thick, like feels like stuck in the mud, like up to your chest, like you can't move at all. I really hope that's not you. Knight of Swords in reverse. This is somebody who's... Oh, hold on. I got two knights on top of each other. Ace of Cups, Three of Pentacles. Okay, good, good, good. Okay, hold on. Let me separate this out because this kind of all connects like this. Okay, good. So we've got these two knights in the middle here, both in the reverse here. I got a knight. I got two knights and a page here. No, I don't think this is necessarily a family dynamic because I was kind of starting to think it might be. I guess it could be, definitely. But the Knight of Pentacles, like I was saying, is somebody who doesn't feel like they can move forward at all. They feel like they're absolutely at a standstill, like I said, stuck in the mud up to here. Now, the Knight of Swords in reverse is somebody who kind of feels like they want to take a lot of action. They want to move forward quickly. But again, they're spinning their wheels all the time. And it's starting to frustrate them to the point they don't even... There's like a reckless impulsivity about this, but like with no energy to back it up, like somebody who's kind of like grasping at straws here. This Ace of Cups comes in and changes everything though. So I get the impression that there is a change in the wind. Seriously, Libra, I get the impression that things, if you've been feeling this way for a while, like kind of like your energies were feeling a little bit futile in some way, like everything that you tried to do wasn't progressing in your life. You weren't, like there's a situation that you feel powerless about. If you've been feeling that way for a while, there's a change that happens here, probably later towards the end of this week. I'm going to say like Saturday into Sunday of next week, like Saturday for some reason I'm hearing, where we have this Ace of Cups and this Three of Pentacles that comes in, which changes things ever so slightly. And it starts to create a different foundation, almost as though... I don't know, this Ace of Cups is great energy. I'm gonna come back in and I'm gonna clarify with another deck. Hold on, we're gonna use this traditional Rider-Waite, actually. I want to know what this Page of Wands in reverse is, just so I can kind of understand what you're upset about in the first place. I got the Ace of Wands right here. Like I was saying, this is someone who's kind of like grasping at straws, almost like trying to get something off the ground, but they don't feel like they have a lot of support behind them. They also might be feeling like they just don't have any get up and go. Like, I wish I could do all of these things. I have a vision to do all of these things. I'm kind of grasping at straws, though, as to how I'm going to do these things is kind of that feeling. It's the feeling of all go but no gas. And I've got the Seven of Cups on top of the Seven of Cups in reverse, both of them. Golly geez. So definitely somebody who's feeling this way, which is an energy of being completely overwhelmed, possibly by too many emotions. I don't know if they're your emotions or other people's emotions. This reading is a little bit muddy right here. Two of Pentacles in reverse and the Wheel of Fortune. There we go. Perfect. All right. So there's been a lot of imbalance here. Very good though. A lot of imbalance here. So the thing with the Two of Pentacles is it's somebody who's starting to take and put one foot in front of the other in order to create like a pathway for themselves. Like, so it's somebody who has a goal in mind, right? And they're starting to kind of work it out for themselves. Whenever we have it in the reverse, we have somebody who's off kilter. They're off balance. They feel like they don't know where to go next. Like they don't know what to put into place next, right? So all of a sudden we have this Wheel of Fortune, and like I said, it feels like there's a shift. And I said it feels like Saturday, and I don't know why I feel like it's Saturday. I just kind of do. So if this is you, then I hope it's next Saturday. But this Ace of Cups comes in and changes everything, and it's everything to do with the Wheel of Fortune, because the Wheel of Fortune is about good timing. It's about prosperity. It's about good karma, and it's about change. It's like the hand of a clock. Like when it's time, it's time. If you've been dealing with this not so great situation where you've been feeling tired, like you've been kind of ineffectual in your life for a while, like you've been feeling off balance and not knowing which step to take next, there is an immediate change that happens this week. Okay, well, what is this Ace of Cups? Coming out of some kind of heartbreak. Really? Okay, so you might have had some kind of a breakup recently with this Three of Swords. I call it the Ben and Jerry's card of the deck, the heartache, grief, and pain, ouch, ouch, ouch card, right? Whenever it comes out on this side, on its side like this tells me someone is making a choice to leave a situation that has kind of been, it feels like it's been stagnant, and you know it's been stagnant for a while. For some reason, your eyes were covered up, like there was a veil over your eyes. I always call this like the dryer lint over the brain kind of feeling with the Seven of Cups, and you got it out here twice, right? So this is somebody who's definitely feeling those feelings of not being able to see the forest for the trees for a while. That's all changing with the Wheel of Fortune coming in and that Three of Swords. As painful as this is, making the choice to do this, to leave behind whatever those energies were, where you really felt like you were ineffectual and you really are feeling like you can't keep it up anymore anyway, choosing to let it go actually is what leads you to this Ace of Cups, which I always say is like the holy grail of cards, because the Ace of Cups, while it does represent a new love relationship, you really can't get to this. Really, you can't have a new relationship that is full of love until you have that for yourself already. And that's actually the Ace of Cups. It's learning how to love yourself so that you have that to extend to another person. And that's what creates the Two of Cups, which is about that partnership, right? You dig? Perfect. And then we have you moving over here to the Three of Pentacles, which is about establishing a solid foundational partnership of two people who want to work together. All right, very good. Anything else you want to say about this? And I got the Ace of Swords, very good, and the Queen of Cups, I like it. Okay, this is fantastic news. So the Ace of Swords can be a message that you are happy to receive, especially whenever it's in the upright position. And then we have the Queen of Cups on top of it, which is Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, feminine energy. But don't get hung up on any of the zodiac signs I call out, or the genders. I only call them out in case they are of significance. But the energy behind the card and the story it tells is what's more important. And the Queen of Cups is someone who feels like they're very connected to their emotions, and they have something to give to another person. They can give their heart to another person. That's a great sign. The Ace of Swords is clarity, and it's some kind of message that you do want to receive. Now look, like I said, there's going to be a major clean out here. This week is what I am hoping for, and you're going to be feeling a lot better. I guarantee you this won't be the easiest change to make, but you're going to really appreciate it because it's going to bring you a lot of self-love in return, because all of a sudden you're someone who's kind of putting themselves first and not in a self-centered or selfish way, in the best of ways. Good job. All right, that was your reading for this week, Libra. Next up, we have Pisces. All right, let's use this Tarot of Wonderland for you guys and see what you have. got the Ace of Swords out for you guys too. All right, but it's in the reverse. And this is a different deck. Five of Swords in reverse. Ooh. And the Emperor in reverse. Oh boy. Okay, so the Ace of Swords in reverse is somebody who's not ready to start talking about anything. They don't want anyone to find out about something. It's someone who's having a hard time communicating. Check any of these that may apply to your situation. Maybe not all of them, maybe all of them. But this is just what the Ace of Swords in the reverse can represent. It can be a message that isn't sent. It can be a message that you don't want to hear. It can be someone who's not telling the truth whenever it's in the reverse. Now, the combination of the cards that came out with it was the Five of Swords in reverse and the Emperor in reverse. So the Five of Swords in reverse, it's somebody, it can be kind of a give up energy, because the Five of Swords, it can indicate like bullying. It can indicate gossip. It can indicate unkind words. Somebody who's like kind of a win at all costs kind of person. And whenever we have it in the reverse, I feel like this major energy of defeat, especially with this Emperor in reverse, this is somebody who kind of like knows they're licked. I'm sorry. And I don't know if this is your energy or this, oh, sorry about the glare, or if this is somebody that you are dealing with. I don't know. Let's get a little bit further into this. Yeah, the Four of Pentacles. This is somebody who's trying to decide what they want to do next. So this deck, specific to this deck, this is one of my favorite cards. He's so cute, right? This little dormouse. He just does not want to come out of this teapot. He's afraid, right? Whenever we have it on the side here, we have someone who's kind of starting to contemplate whether they want to start the process of moving forward with something, the process of letting go of something. We have here with this combination, the Ace of Swords in reverse, the Emperor in reverse, and the Five of Swords in reverse, someone who's giving up, someone who feels defeated, somebody who feels like they can't maintain some kind of empire or kingdom anymore, like they don't have what it takes. We have somebody who's feeling a little bit insecure here. We have somebody who's kind of acknowledging that. I got the Page of Pentacles here, which is a great sign. Good, good, good. Okay, hold on. And the Ten of Swords on top of that. Very good. Okay. All right, so I have somebody here who's trying to decide on an ending. And what we really have in the middle is a lot of fear-based emotion. Because on one hand, I have someone who doesn't want to talk about it. They don't want to tell the truth about how they're feeling. The way they're feeling is someone who is very overwhelmed. They feel like they need to give up in a situation. They just want to stop battling it all. But there's a lot of fear about moving out of this situation, moving forward from this situation, because they've been in it for a long time. However, I see someone here who knows a good thing when they see it, and there's something new that has sparked their interest. And I don't mean like in a shiny objects way, because the Page of Pentacles is a really smart guy. He takes all the sandwiches out of his bag because he needs room for what's actually important, which is this pentacle that he finds, right? He knows that he could buy 20 times the amount of sandwiches that he just tossed on the ground for that one pentacle. So he knows what's important. He gets it. All of a sudden he has like a vision for his future in a way that maybe he hasn't had in the past. Now this Ten of Swords right here that came out with it indicates some kind of ending. It's the Minor Arcana version of the Death card for me. And it's like, I call it the Julius Caesar card. One more final stab in the back. Whenever we have it on its side, we have the acknowledgement of a repeating pattern and the acknowledgement that we have to let something go in order to have something new here, right? Okay. Oh, let's clarify here with this Star Power Tarot. What? All right, what's this Ace of Swords in reverse that y'all don't want to talk about at all? Let's see. The Four of Pentacles. Oh, golly. Oh. All right, so very specific. So we got the Four of Pentacles here, and again, the Four of Pentacles here. And again, guys, I'm really sorry about this glare. Let me see. Maybe down here is better. Can you see okay with it down here, you guys? Is it okay? And thanks, you guys, those of you who are so active in the comments. Thanks for keeping me honest with like the timestamps and stuff. I appreciate you guys. So I don't know if you guys can see okay here. Is that okay? Thumbs up, maybe? Yes? All right. I don't know if there's a better angle. I can't tell because of the comments in the, down here. It's a weird angle. Anyway, this Four of Pentacles, specific to this deck, it's a feeling of fear. Thanks, guys. It's a feeling of fear because you have a lot of people watching you. It's a feeling of, if I give up on this thing that I was so attached to, what's everybody else going to say? It's kind of that energy. Okay. Now, okay. I got the Ten of Wands, though. This is someone who can't take it anymore. Like, it's getting to the point, though, where it doesn't matter anymore, whatever this situation is. The reason you're feeling so defeated is because you can't actually carry it anymore. The Emperor in reverse, remember what I was saying? This is someone who feels like they don't have it. Like, their shoulders are not broad enough to support what it is they've been asked to support. And the Ten of Wands is kind of like this burn it down mentality because it's about to happen. I got two tens here. I got a Ten of Swords. I got the Ten of Wands here. Tens are about cycles of completion. Okay. This Ten of Wands, though, is the energy of, I cannot support this any longer. And it's kind of getting to the point where we're making a decision, like, it doesn't matter what other people say anymore. I need to make a change. Now, tell me about this Page of Pentacles where we have somebody seeing a good thing. And I got the Six of Cups. We got the soulmate card out. So it's possible. And I don't know that every reading is a love reading specifically. This could apply to your career, to your financial life, or family life. I don't know. Six of Cups is one of the soulmate cards in the deck. It's possible we could have somebody who has, I don't know, they could be leaving one relationship for a soulmate relationship. And I'm not one of those people who says you should go around leaving people all the time for somebody else or for shiny objects. Like I was saying, like this situation over here feels like something that has been a hard fought battle and someone's feeling like giving up and they've been wanting to make a change, but because they've been afraid of the fallout of this, they've been sitting in it for a long time. However, they know a good thing when they see it. They've seen some kind of, there's some kind of soulmate or some kind of, like, I mean, I really don't know any other way to say it. There's really not that many definitions for the Six of Cups other than a soulmate relationship, past life love. It doesn't necessarily have to be romantic love. It can be someone that you grew up with. This can be family ties. This is something like that. It is someone who has your heart. Okay, I guess that would define that. That is something that someone wants to move towards, and it's like all of a sudden this ending is quite imminent. And I got the Knight of Pentacles. So we got the Page of Pentacles to the Knight of Pentacles. This is good. This is baby step in it for sure, right? But the Knight of Pentacles, again, is a very smart guy. They're not going to be someone who just, and I say guy, girl, whatever. The energy is someone who is not going to be acting hastily. They're not going to make bad decisions. They're going to make sure whatever it is that they do it the right way. This is someone who is a stand-up individual. This is someone who, again, crosses all the T's, dots all the I's, gets their paperwork in on time. Somebody who shows up when they're supposed to. And someone who's making a lot of slow progress forward in their lives. To do so, they're having to let go of someone or something else, and it's something that it's like, I believe the word is imminent. Anything else you want to say about them? I got the Moon card, and I got the Star card on top of that. What? All right, so the Moon card is the card of Cancer. The Star card is the card of Aquarius. Very good. Emperor's Aries. That's pretty much, I think, all we got to talk about here. But the Moon card, it talks about underlying issues and secrets. Things that have been done in the dark, kept a secret for a long time. Things that people have known about and just not been sharing the truth about, similar to that Ace of Swords energy over there. This Star card is about divine blessings that belong to you. I always say, though, that the Star card is Pandora's box. It opens up the good, the bad, and the ugly. You know it, I know it, and that's why whoever I'm talking to, if this is your reading, you have the Four of Pentacles twice in the middle of your reading, where we have someone who is really, really scared of making a change. And I see why. I absolutely see why. This is somebody who hasn't been talking about this for a long time, and all of a sudden someone is spurred into action, and it comes from this Ten of Swords right here and this Ten of Wands, which is about cycles of completion. All right, very good, Pisces. That was your reading for the week. You guys are amazing. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. In fact, I've been loving a lot of the readings that I've been seeing lately because there's been a lot of change. I was feeling like for a few months there was a lot of stagnancy, and we were just kind of like getting the same cards out week after week, and now we're having a lot of changes. I like that. Very good. Next up, we have Scorpio. I'm going to start with this Tarot of Dreams for you guys. I have the Death card out. That's your card, Scorpio. Normally I would be like, oh my gosh, some kind of major ending here. But no, this is you just feeling like yourself for the first time in a long time. I like that way to show up. Very good job. Yeah, Death is the card of Scorpio. It indicates final endings. It indicates like spiritual endings, big endings. It's major arcana energy. It brings a big punch to it. It's psychic development. It's rebirth. And it's change. And I got the High Priestess on top of that. Very good. Wow. What was I just talking about? Psychic development. Nicely done. High Priestess, she's the secret keeper. She knows all of the deepest, darkest mysteries of the universe. She doesn't really talk about them, though. She's somebody who keeps things kind of on the down low. She's a watcher. She watches others. She's highly observant. And she's someone who's very wise. High Priestess is the card of Pisces. And I have the Five of Wands on top of that. Oh, okay. So Five of Wands is an energy of conflict. And it's an energy of mental conflict. Someone who's like fighting a battle within themselves, like going back and forth. Should I, shouldn't I? Should I stay or should I go? Should I move? Should I stay? It's all those questions that are plaguing whoever you are here. And this is someone who's been watching for a while. They've been watching other people for patterns. They've been watching for like signs. They've been watching for red flags. They've been watching and observing. And we have the Eight of Cups and the Chariot. We have somebody who's making a choice to move on from something. This Eight of Cups is an energy of having to walk away from something with a pretty heavy heart. Honestly, we're usually pretty connected to somebody when we get this Eight of Cups, and we're usually being asked to walk away from someone or something that we poured a lot of our heart or our emotions into for a substantial amount of time. And because of that, it can be it's kind of like that tear your heart out energy. But we have this Chariot card here, which is also the card of Cancer, that is a very driving force forward. It's like, I understand I have to leave this behind because I have to move forward in some way. Let me use this Deviant Moon Tarot to clarify. What is this Five of Wands situation, High Priestess situation? And I got the Five of Swords, the Hanged Man, and the Three of Pentacles. So basically, all right, we got two fives there. It's chaos and conflict that bring about a lot of change in a person's life when we're talking about fives. The Five of Swords is an energy of, it can be bullying, verbal bullying. It can be unkind words. It can, again, be gossipy words. This is somebody, I feel like you're watching this from an exterior position. The Hanged Man here is someone who, again, has been waiting to see a change, waiting and watching and observing something, waiting to see a change in another person. And this Three of Pentacles energy is someone who wants to be in a functional partnership in some way. They want to be working on a team that is healthy and functional, right? I'm not sure you've been experiencing this, and that may be why you're wanting to move away from it, which makes sense. Tell me about this Eight of Cups. Yeah, I get the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Here's the issue. The reason that you're having to leave this situation behind isn't just because of the chaos and the conflict. It's not just because you've been watching someone and you haven't been seeing the changes. It's because there's just a complete stagnancy here. There is no change. There is no growth. And you're starting to lose hope in it. Yeah, because you fought this fight for a long time. I got the Star in reverse. That's the card of Aquarius. So the Star in reverse can indicate someone who is officially giving up on a dream. And I don't, that's kind of harsh. I gotta be honest. The Star in reverse is somebody who's having to let go of something that was really important to them. Something that was really important to them. Something or someone that they thought that they'd kind of like hung their hat on, or somebody that was really quite spectacular, you know, or something, maybe a job or something that you thought was going to work out better, but you maybe have had a lot of conflict in whatever this relationship is, and you've waited it out and you've waited to see a progression, to see if things have been getting better. You didn't see that, and now you understand that you have to move forward, but you've been observing it for a long time, so you know you're making the right choice. Good job. This Chariot, the Hermit. Oh my gosh. Okay, so it drives you into a state of isolation, to be honest. We're going to talk more about this in a second, because while the Chariot is beautiful energy and it's like very forward moving and it's fast moving and it's somebody who makes a change quickly. It can be a physical move. It can be a move of career, or, you know, so many things. It's a change in your energy, and that's great. This Hermit energy specific to this deck is a little bit scary, because it's a fear of isolation. It's a fear of other people having to watch you go through this in some way. It's kind of like a please don't look at me kind of energy. Maybe a fear of what other people are going to say, very similar to what we were talking about a second ago with Pisces, actually. Six of Wands, though, you know it's the right thing to do. And whatever this is that you're moving towards with this Chariot energy is so wonderful with the Six of Wands. It's the energy, it's like a homecoming energy. It's like being where you should have been for a long time. It's going to feel really good when you get there. When you get there, you're going to feel like, oh, I'm home for the first time, or oh, these are my people. These people, like we function well together. We gel really well together. So whatever it is that you're moving away from with all of the stagnancy, there's a lot of change that's coming, and while it is a challenging thing to let go of, it's a really good choice, because you're going to be left with much less chaos and conflict in your life, and you're going to be able to work in a functional partnership with other people who have the same goals, who are on the same page as you. I like it. Okay, that was your reading for the week. Next up we have was that Scorpio? That was Scorpio, right? Yeah, so we have Cancer up next, right? Yeah. Okay, perfect. Thanks, Meg, for keeping me on track. Let's stick with this Deviant Moon Tarot here for Cancer. And we got the Star in reverse again for you guys. Wow, that's nuts. So again, like we were just talking about, it's having to give up on something. It's a change in direction. You remember how I was saying that the Star is kind of like Pandora's box, the good, the bad, and the ugly, right? Okay, it's like unleashing of all the potential of the universe, all the stories of the universe of your life. Whenever it's in the reverse, we're kind of dealing with the ugly a little bit. Some disheartening situations. And we got the Hermit card that came out with that again. I don't know if Scorpio is hijacking your reading or what, but that's nuts, because you can see them fly out of my hands, right? But this Hermit card in reverse is somebody who's... It can be an energy of not learning your lessons. It can be an energy of needing to go within and talk to a higher power about what's going on in your life. All of a sudden, there's kind of a heavy energy about this. It's the need, this combination is kind of the need to look at, okay, what is karma, and what is like divine lessons, and what is stuff that could have been avoided, and what is stuff that I can make better in the future, kind of like what can I... If we're going to be talking about the good and the bad and the ugly, and we're going to unleash this energy of this Star card, right? How do we get focused on the good, right? Instead of on the bad and the ugly. Like, how do we change our energy so that we're not experiencing so many negatives in life? Okay. And where are the lessons that we've been needing to learn? I have the Four of Swords in reverse, and I have this 10 of Cups here. Oh my gosh, we just lost so many cards. Okay. Queen of Cups, that's Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Feminine. I got the Page of Pentacles in or on the side right there. This is someone who's not really sure where they want to go next. We have some kind of death or some kind of ending that's happened with this Four of Swords in the reverse like this. The Four of Swords can be an ego death. It can be the end of something that you aligned with for a long time. You allowed it to represent you in some way. I am so-and-so and I do this and this is who I belong to and this is what I do. Yeah, well, there's been a change. There's been a change. It can indicate a separation. It can indicate a loss of some kind. Whenever we have it in the reverse like that, it feels like it's already happened, something that you're already dealing with. With this Page of Pentacles right here, we have someone who's again starting at kind of ground zero, entry level, whether this is in career, whether this is in family, or love life, whatever. We have someone who's had to let go of a lot in this relationship, and we have someone who's kind of getting themselves back on track emotionally, so to speak. Okay, which is a great sign. I'm going to put these back in the deck. I got the Ace of Pentacles here. This is great. So this is a week that you're going to be focusing a lot on healing your own heart. You're going to be focusing a lot on, okay, what happened? How did it happen? Why did it happen? Did I like what happened? If I didn't, how do I want to make it different in the future? This is the week that you do that. And this is a week for you to be really grateful to have the opportunity to do that, to have the luxury to sit down and say, how do I want to make my life better, right? What a great thing for you. I love it. And that propels you into the Ace of Pentacles, which if you ever listen to me, you know is my favorite card to get in any single reading because it indicates a solid brand new beginning that you can take to the bank, whether it's in finance or career or love or whatever. It's a great, great start. All right, now I'm going to clarify with this Tarot of Wonderland real quick. I want to know what this Star in reverse is for you. I'm sure you already know, but let's go ahead and ask. Four of Pentacles, impossible to let go of, something that you have really struggled with letting go of. I don't know what it is. It's something that's been keeping you stuck. It's been keeping you still stagnant and stuck. Six of Swords in reverse is the epitome of not being able to move on. Both of these cards, especially together like this Four of Pentacles, which we already talked about earlier tonight, and this Six of Swords in reverse, they both indicate someone who is not able to move forward. And it feels like in quite a state of discomfort, really. With these guys together, I mean, it really is an energy of stuck, stuck, stuck. I feel like that's about to change this week. It's like finally you can see that what you wanted might not have been the best thing for you. And you have to admit that. Somebody's going to have to start admitting that to themselves. And they're going to have to start admitting that maybe the things that they think they want are not always what's best for them. And they understand that they maybe need to look to a higher power and or a mentor, possibly even a therapist. I don't know. Obviously, I'm not a doctor, so don't think that I'm diagnosing you and or judging you in any way. But this is someone who recognizes that they need to seek some kind of assistance here, or they're not going to be able to let go, or they need some guidance in some way to make the first step. And this is someone who makes that choice. They make the choice to do so. And doing that allows them to start focusing on the better aspects of their life and to stop inviting so much drama in. And it also brings you back to yourself, Cancer, with that Queen of Cups in the upright position. You'll start feeling like yourself again for the first time. And it comes from, hold on, put those back in. Okay. And again, now I have the Star out again. Very good. In the upright this time. And the Six of Pentacles. Ooh, That's so good. Okay, so the star card out twice. Good. That's the card of Aquarius. It's what we were talking about, the good, the bad, and the ugly, right? And whenever I was saying when we have it in the reverse, it's someone who's really only experiencing the bad and the ugly, right? Because of a lot of reasons. And we already talked about that. But now we have you in the upright position with that star card, actually being able to focus on the good aspects of life again. And it comes from letting go of something. It comes from letting go of something that was foundationally tearing you apart in some way. Now, this Six of Pentacles that came out with that star upright is about reciprocity. It's equal give and take, and it's receiving it's like receiving equal give for equal take. And it's having so much abundance that you can give to others. It's a good sign. And it comes from letting go of whatever this thing is here. Now, this Ace of Pentacles, what's that going to be? Nine of Cups, it's everything you could ever wish for, and a bag of chips, right? So the Nine of Cups is that birthday candle wish, right? Something that comes true. I love it very much for you. I'm going to leave it at this. I don't know what it is because sometimes they don't tell me the whole truth. I just get to feel the energies of it. Whatever it is, it's a great brand new start in something, but it really comes from changing your own thought process about something. And it really has to do with that, especially when we're dealing with this Aquarian star energy twice out here like that for you guys. That's very much about your thought process. It's a very much an intellectual card. It's about you learning to think about things in a different way, and it's going to free you up in a lot of ways, but asking for help might be necessary this week in order to propel you forward. All right, that was your reading, Cancer. Thank you. Next up, we have Taurus, first of our earth signs tonight. Let's see what we have for you guys. Nuts. So the star in reverse flipped over again. So this is a popular guy tonight. I would love to call it like the letting dreams die card whenever we have the star in reverse, but let's be real. The truth about the star is that it's about divine blessings that simply belong to you. And I think about it as life's learning lessons that propel us forward into being more functional human beings, more awakened human beings, more, ascended human beings, okay? And, or souls even beyond human, right? And the star represents things that can't be taken away from you. They're karmic things on your path. They can be talents. They can be soulmate energies that just simply belong to you. That can't be taken away from you, right? But whenever we have the star in reverse, it's kind of the energy of understanding that it's okay to let those things go, because if they're truly yours, then they can't be gone from you. They can't disappear. They will always come back, right? That's that old adage that if you let something, or if you truly love something, let it go. If it comes back to you, it will be yours forever. And if it doesn't, it was never yours to begin with. That kind of feeling. And so maybe we have a lot of people in this collective who are learning how to do that, to let go of things that you thought were going to be the one and only thing for you, and understanding that by letting that go, it allows for space in your life to bring something new in. Now, with this star card in reverse, it came out this Six of Cups in reverse, which, as we talked about earlier tonight, the Six of Cups is one of those soulmate cards in the deck. There's about 6 of them in the deck, and the Six of Cups represents past life love, soulmate, past life soulmate, someone that you've grown up with, someone that you experienced childhood with. It doesn't necessarily have to be a romantic partner, but it's someone of true significance to you that you feel that you know deep within your heart. And it feels like there may be some of you who are being asked to let go of someone like that in your life this week. Oh my God. With the death card out on top of it, that's a real distinct possibility. Alrighty. I got the Four of Swords out here. Golly geez, kids, is this not a very similar reading to the one that we were just doing a second ago? It was the Cancer reading, right? So the Four of Swords, again, is having to let go of something that you had allowed to define you for some time. It can be an ego death. It can be a separation. It can be as simple as needing to take a nap. Let's be real. But it's really, from all the cards that I'm looking at here, I see a major ending of something. And something that was necessary and needed, and now I have someone who's contemplating what their life's going to look like next. I got the Fool in reverse. This is someone who doesn't know where they're going to go next. Oh geez, it's going to get better. I promise it's going to get better. I got the Four of Wands on top of that. What? All right, now I got to get another deck because this is getting juicy. I love it. All right, so the Four of Swords, and we got the Four of Wands that comes out with it, with the Fool card that bridges between them. So once we have this ending, which we clearly have with the Death card and the Soulmate in reverse, the Six of Cups in reverse, and the Star in reverse, right? Putting an end to something, and quite definitely putting an end to it. Once we separate from that energy, it allows us to consider the possibility of starting something new. Now, the Four of Wands is also another one of the soulmate cards in the deck. It's that Twin Flame 1111 Awakening card for sure, but it also indicates the need to really look within to what's going to provide a sense of stability to your physical system and inside the four walls of your home. Okay, so I have someone who is focusing on those things for the first time in a long time, and they're trying to decide what that's going to look like. Okay, let me get another deck. Hold on. Let's use the traditional Rider-Waite. Do we even need to ask about this Death card? I mean, seriously, don't y'all know what it is? We'll ask. Okay. For my benefit, right? I get the Hanged Man. Oh, it's a card of Pisces. So unless you're dealing with a Pisces of significance, which you may be. If you're not, the Hanged Man is someone who is waiting to make a decision. It's someone who's been waiting for a long time. They've contemplated it. They've thought about it for a long time. And whenever I have it underneath this Death card, it's someone who's finally made a decision. Good job. It took you some time to get there. Now you have some clarity. Now you understand that you can walk away from this, whatever it is, and that you can move forward. And you have the understanding that although you don't know what your life is going to look like next, you know that there's a lot of potential. There's a lot of potential for stability, and there's a lot of potential for new growth, for sure. I just can't help but smile about this. I got the Page of Pentacles here, popular guy tonight, and also one of my favorites. So the Page of Pentacles is, he's probably the smartest of all the court cards in the entire deck of tarot. And you're like, how can that be? Pages represent children. There's such naive and immature energy. But the Page of Pentacles is the only card in the deck that he will actually propel himself from being the Page of Pentacles, and he'll work himself all the way up to being the Emperor, because that's how smart this guy is. All the other pages, they just stay pages. All the other knights, they just stay knights, but not this guy, because he's that bright. This is somebody who sees something that is of value. They know a good thing when they see it. They know what to invest in. This is someone who decides to start a path of higher learning in some way, and they decide to invest in their future in the most positive way, especially in the upright position. Now I have the Two of Wands that comes out here right under that Four of Wands. Very good job. Now the Two of Wands is a great card because it's really all about seeking partnership. And the great thing about seeking partnership with the Two of Wands is, as you can see, this guy already has the whole world in his hands to offer to another person. He's just waiting on someone to join him, someone that he can hand that to, right? That feels like your energy. It feels like you've got everything worked out here. Now I understand that this is a tough ending here that you've just been through, but you made the right choice and you sat and you thought about it for a long time, and now you're moving on to something quite different it's going to allow you to redefine your future for yourself. It's going to allow you to see things in a different way. It looks really, really good, and there is some kind of there's definitely a focus on partnership. And I got the Knight of Wands that comes in. Very good. I wanted to say that there's somebody coming right around the corner, and obviously there is. The Knight of Wands, highly sexually passionate, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy, somebody who comes right in, somebody who is very direct. They're very focused on what it is that they want, and it looks like they're driving right towards you. Like I was about to say, it looks like it's around the corner. So very, very good reading for you. Thank you, Taurus, very much. Alrighty, I look forward to your reading next week because this was really good. Like I said, it was a little bit juicy. I love seeing this star in reverse, and I know that sounds kind of sick and twisted of me, but I really like seeing that people are able to let go of some things that they had previously felt were defining them. And those would and I think it's fine to let go of things that are false foundations. I think it's great to hold on to things that are solid and stable. I think that's great. But if you are someone who has aligned yourself with things that really are just not true to you, they're not authentic to you, I think it's amazing that you're learning how to let that go, and I love seeing that within the collective. Very good job. All right, next up we have Virgo. I'm going to use this traditional Rider-Waite to get started for you guys. What? We got the Six of Cups out for you guys too. That is crazy. I love it. So again, Six of Cups, one of the soulmate cards in the deck. This guy's been popular tonight, and I like seeing that too because it makes me happy. But this is, again, about that past life love. It's about someone that you may have grown up with, someone that you've known for a long time, somebody that you would have the intention of growing old with. Doesn't have to be a romantic relationship, but it often is. Soulmates can run the gamut from family members to friends that we meet, you know. All right. With that, we have the Ten of Wands, somebody who kind of can't take it anymore. And the Moon. Okay. There's somebody here. We're reading for Virgo right now. Yeah. There's somebody in this connection right here who has a secret here. I don't know if it's like a secret love that they can't stand, or if it's, I don't know, there's some kind of underlying issue and someone who's not completely telling the truth with this Moon card. Okay. The Moon is the card of Cancer, and it's about underlying issues. It's about things that are done in the dark. It's about things that we would hide from the rest of the world. And we would hide them from the rest of the world because we're afraid that we won't be accepted for those issues or those situations. Where things that we might be afraid we may be judged for. With this Ten of Wands, it's an energy of like, I can't hold it up anymore. I can't keep the secrets in anymore. In the reverse, it's like it's already spilled out, like the damage has already kind of been done. I don't know if this is revolving around some kind of soulmate relationship where this is kind of coming to light. I don't know. I have the Six of Cups in the upright position. I got the Queen of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. Just somebody who's wanting to make the right choice about something. I've got the Seven of Swords here. Somebody who's not telling the truth, though. Popular guy, Seven of Swords. Yeah. That's someone, we call it the lying cheater card, right? But really and truly, the Seven of Swords, especially under the Moon, like that is, I mean, we really do have a lot of secrets here. We really do have someone who hasn't been telling the whole truth about something, and all of a sudden we have someone who's kind of starting to spill with that Ten of Wands. It's like starting to spill out over. It's starting to come out in other ways. Okay. High Priestess in reverse. You know, we were talking earlier about the High Priestess being the secret keeper. Whenever she's in the reverse, she's not anymore. She starts talking. I'm hearing like singing like a canary, especially in combination with that Seven of Swords right there. So I don't know if this is your energy or someone in your immediate environment. What? Okay, so this Ace of Wands. I mean, like I said, this could be a secret love. And I don't, like, I mean, I know that sounds extra juicy and all, but like it very, very well could be with this Ace of Wands that comes out on its side like that. Ace of Wands is about sexual passion. It's about a sexual attraction. It's about someone having very lustful feelings toward another person. It goes right on top of that Moon card and right on top of that Seven of Swords and right on top of that Ten of Wands and right on top of that Six of Cups, which, as we talked about all those meanings, I mean, it's really like a heavy weight of stuff that's starting to come out from whoever this individual is, whether it's you or another person. Ten of Cups in reverse. Honestly, it's something, it's kind of the energy of a breakup whenever we have the Ten of Cups in reverse. And that's upsetting. It can be a dissolution of a family dynamic. Oh no. It can feel like, well, it's a lot of emotional fallout. It can be a lot of tears. It's tens or cycles of completion. Obviously, the Ten of Cups is supposed to be like one of the happiest cards in the deck, like very emotionally fulfilling, like full of love, right? Everything that these two people wanted or want, right? But because of this, we have some kind of fallout. And it's really because someone hasn't been telling the truth here and someone's been keeping a lot of secrets. I'm going to clarify with this Tarot of Wonderland real quick. What's the Seven of Swords here? Ten of Wands, Moon situation. The Moon, again, to clarify the Moon, that is crazy town. The Moon is in reverse, though, this time out. So the first time it was in the upright. Now we have it in the reverse. Remember what I said about that High Priestess who starts like singing like a canary? All of these secrets, all of these lies possibly, or omissions that whomever this person has been telling, all of a sudden they start like bubbling up because they just can't take it anymore somehow. Thank you. And I've got the Hermit in reverse, which is kind of the counterpart to the High Priestess, especially when they're both in the reverse. This is something that you couldn't have really, like you really didn't anticipate it going this way. There may be some kind of fallout because of this, like a major fallout because of this. This is someone who didn't count on things going this way, and now they're having to deal with some fallout because of it. Okay. Alrighty. Oof. I got the Fool here. There's somebody here who's going to be forced to make a brand new start somewhere. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. Hey, nobody's perfect. Everybody makes mistakes. Everybody makes choices that can take them down roads that they were not anticipating. And then we have to deal with the consequences of it. The Fool, it came out on its side. This is kind of somebody who's being pushed into a different direction. The Fool card is about taking a leap of faith, right? We have the Hermit in reverse here, which is kind of like having a lack of faith. And this is someone who's kind of being pushed out. And I got the High Priestess on top of the High Priestess. Whoever you are, whoever I'm reading for, you have a very amazing energy. You have a very clear energy who's able to communicate really, really clearly. Very good job. So I have the High Priestess out for you 2 times. This is someone who is going to make some major changes in their life as soon as they start this kind of new pathway here. All right, hold on. What is this Ace of Wands? Queen of Cups. Alrighty, so this is someone who feels like their heart is going in a different direction. This is someone who feels like they want to extend their heart in a different direction than they have been in the past. This is someone who is ready to start telling the truth about how they're feeling about something, and because of that, it's going to propel them out into kind of an unexpected new beginning is kind of what I'm hearing. Like sharing this with someone else is upsetting. I don't know if someone in this partnership, there's like a partnership that someone wants to leave and they want to go in a different direction. I don't know what this, I don't know. But this is someone who feels like they know their heart and they know where they want it to go. Got the Ten of Pentacles. This is someone who sees something, sees maybe you, or you maybe see someone else as like the ultimate, like this Ten of Pentacles, right? Which is like ultimate stability, ultimate happiness, ultimate peace and prosperity. That's what somebody thought they were going to have with this Ten of Cups, which is about emotional fulfillment. But in the reverse like this, we've had some kind of fallout. Like I said, it can be a dissolution of a family, or it can be divorce or something. This is someone who feels like they're going to be more prosperous going into a different direction. I got the Four of Wands out for you guys again too. This is very, very similar to the reading that we had a minute ago, which I think it was I don't remember which one it was, but we had the Four of Wands out here towards the end. This is somebody who's really trying to focus on their own stability. But again, that Four of Wands is one of those soulmate cards in the deck. It's that Twin Flame 1111 card, like a major new beginning. This is someone who feels like they found that person and they may have to move on from another person to go be with this other. I don't know. It's kind of messy. It's kind of convoluted. If this is your reading, you'll know it's for you. Go ahead. Yep. All right. So if this is your reading, you're kind of knowing where I'm going here with this situation. The fallout of this, I think, is not going to be pretty. And it's going to, someone here is going to be forced into a new beginning, possibly a little bit before they were expecting to. Premature beginning, yeah, but I think it's going to be what whoever I'm reading for or whoever's in your immediate environment, it's what someone really feels like they want to do in their heart. And I got two soulmate cards out here. This is somebody who really wants to focus on this. All right, well, that's your reading for the week. I'll catch up with you next week and we'll see where this goes. I'm hoping that it goes well. This is my concern. I don't like seeing the High Priestess in reverse 2 times with the Hermit in reverse. I don't like having the Moon out like that. The Moon is about secrets. It's about underlying issues, especially with this Seven of Swords, which is kind of like the lying liar who lies, right? I don't like having this much deception in a reading. And it makes me concerned that whomever I'm reading for, like whoever this is about in your life, is possibly making choices that may not lead them to the best outcome. However, I can't deny that there are 2 soulmate cards that come out here. So while it seems like a crazy situation, as a tarot card reader, I just read them as they come out, right? And we do have 2 soulmate cards here, and I have someone here who's acknowledging that and wanting to move towards it. So yeah, it looks good. I'm just not real jazzed about how much deception there is still like lingering on the table. So I don't know if the deception is from you or if it's from someone that you're currently, who's currently like in your atmosphere or what, but I'm hoping that that gets cleaned out and I can't wait to read and see how this goes further. Let me make a note. That was... so I can watch for it next week because I'm intrigued. All right, to see how this goes. All right, next up we have Capricorn. Let's see what we have for you guys. Let's start with this Tarot of Dreams by Ciro Marchetti. You guys are the last of our earth signs, and then the next up will be Ophiuchus after that. What do we have for Capricorn? Page of Swords, very good. This is someone who's trying to make a decision about what they want to say about something. They want to say something, they want to send a message. They're kind of watching a situation, kind of deciding whether they want to reach out or not. Hold on, that's too many. Knight of Wands in reverse. This is somebody who feels like they've kind of been burned in the past before and they're kind of feeling a little dodgy, a little bit non-committal. This is somebody who may be feeling a little bit insecure. Maybe that's why you're kind of on the fence about whether you should reach out. Should I stay or should I reach out? Should I say something to this person? Should I not? There's like some insecurity here with this Knight of Wands in reverse. Okay. Two of Swords, somebody who's trying to make a decision. Somebody who's at a crossroads, and I've got the Hanging Man that came out with that. So I have you waiting on somebody else is kind of what I'm feeling like. Well, it's not so much that you're waiting on someone else, but you're kind of wishing that you could get any kind of indication as to what you're supposed to do next. Kind of like, I would like to say something, but I'm nervous because I feel like I've been burned in the past, and so now I don't know what I'm supposed to do. It's like a lot of insecurity, wishing that somebody would just speak for you and just tell you how you're supposed to feel about something, communicate maybe a little bit. I have the Four of Cups here, though. Very good. I'm going to leave it at that with this deck. Four of Cups is someone who decides to start focusing on themselves. Whenever we're talking about it with this particular deck, it's someone who starts focusing on themselves for the first time in a long time. This is someone who may have been through quite a bit recently, like in the recent past, emotionally, possibly in relationships, and they're recognizing the need to start taking more stock of how they're feeling and start focusing on what they're doing in their lives, focusing on what they want for their emotional well-being. Now, I like seeing that, but what do we have? Why do we have you over here with this Two of Swords? Because the Two of Swords is someone who's kind of at a crossroads. They're trying to decide where they want to go next, and there's someone with this Hanged Man who's kind of waiting to take action. With the Page of Swords that came out on its side, we have someone who's waiting to communicate. With the Knight of Wands in reverse, this is someone who's feeling insecure. Let's find out why. Seven of Wands in reverse. Oof. Well, this is someone who's trying to avoid drama, for one thing. This is someone who doesn't really feel like they have the upper hand. I was saying insecure. This is someone who maybe feels like they don't have a lot to bring to the table, like they don't have a lot to offer. This is someone who feels like they don't have as much as what everybody else has, or maybe that's where that insecurity is coming from. It's kind of a lack mentality in some way. And I don't necessarily mean financially. Six of Swords, this is someone who really wants to move on from a situation. They really want to be released from whatever this is. They want to move forward. They want to take things through to a new level, is what I'm hearing. I think this is you. I think you want to take something to the next level with another person, but I feel like there's a lot of insecurity. Maybe it's not even the next level with another relationship. It could be in anything, but somebody who wants to move forward. There's somebody here who wants to take action, but they feel like they're not in the position to do so for some reason. Hold on, what's that? I got the Emperor in reverse. Perfect. Yeah, this is somebody who's feeling very insecure right now. The Emperor in reverse is someone who feels like they don't have enough resources to maintain their empire, or for whatever reason. It's like like I was saying earlier, it's like their shoulders aren't broad enough to shoulder the responsibility that's been heaped upon them. The Emperor in reverse can be prone to tantrums. They can be prone to impulsive behavior or tyrannical behavior. They can be prone to temper tantrums, but definitely deep feelings of insecurity more than anything. Six of Wands. This is somebody who's waiting for the go-ahead. They're waiting for the go-ahead to take action in something with this Hanged Man. Like I was saying, it feels almost like you wish somebody would do it for you, like they would speak the words for you, or maybe reach out first or offer you something so that you didn't have to be the person to always be reaching out. Okay, what's this Four of Cups, where I have you starting to focus on yourself again for the first time in a while? The Chariot card, very good, very similar energy to that Six of Swords right there. The Chariot is someone who gets up and goes. They make a change. They make a decision to move on and to do it quickly. Very similar to that Six of Swords. With the Six of Swords, they take all the information that they have accumulated about this situation over time. They stick it in the boat, and they don't take anything else that isn't important with them except for that, right? And this Chariot card, which is the card of Cancer, is like a very fast-moving energy that takes you from one location to the next. It can be an actual physical move. It's definitely a choice, though, to move out of something. And this is the decision that you're kind of being met with this week, Capricorn. It's an energy you've sat and waited long enough, and you're not getting the results that you want. It's starting to make you feel like feelings of inadequacy or feelings of insecurity, and it's not a comfortable position. And while you've invested a lot in this, you just don't feel like you have the authority here anymore, or like I said, there's like a feeling of insecurity here. And there's some kind of change that happens with this Chariot card. King of Swords in reverse. Oof. King of Swords in reverse is someone who is not communicating efficiently. There's someone, they can say the wrong thing at the wrong time. They can say it the wrong way. Hold on. They don't trust themselves. That's what it is. I think that's what it is for you here with the King of Swords. It came out on its side. There's an energy of not trusting yourself. Trusting yourself with your words. It's kind of got you in an energy of isolation with this Four of Cups. And like I said, it's really about focusing on yourself this week. And I like that. But I still have you like in kind of a heavy energy of contemplation about whatever this situation is that you're feeling very insecure about. And I do feel like this is your energy in some way. It doesn't have to be. I got the Knight of Wands here. This is somebody who starts putting up boundaries. This is somebody who, again, it's the Wounded Warrior card. And I always say, like, he's putting the walls up for a reason, right? Not just for fun. Yeah. This is you isolating yourself this week, okay, Capricorn? And it's because you're kind of feeling like someone's kind of forced you to do so in some way, like not blaming other people, obviously, but Three of Pentacles. And what it is, it's focusing on yourself, but it's also understanding and coming to terms with the fact that you actually need some kind of partnership in your life. You haven't been getting what you've wanted for a long time. You've wanted to say something about it. You haven't said anything about it. You don't feel like you're in the position to say anything about it. And yet you still don't feel like you have the resources that you need to be, you know, in balance right now. You've waited on someone else. You've waited and hoped that someone else would do something here for you to make the communication happen for you in some way. But it's not getting off the ground. You're not seeing the results that you want. It's caused you to feel like insecure within yourself. It's caused you to question things, and now you're starting to put up some boundaries, and now you want to go into a different direction, one that you can focus more on yourself and what you want for the future, and definitely one where you can be on the same page with others. Okay? Yes. Very good. And yes, of course, we all want that, but it kind of feels like for a while, you haven't maybe been feeling like you've been deserving this in your life in some way, because I got the Page of Swords out here. We started with it. We're going to end with it. You can always tell when the cards are good when I get like real knee slappy about stuff, right? Like, holy smokes, I know. Page of Swords, 2 times out. Very good job. Very clear energy. I really, really like this. This is someone who's able to start communicating for the first time in a long time. This is someone who wants to start communicating about how they feel, what's been on their mind, what they're thinking. I think that this time of insecurity is over. This is someone who decides to take action. And the action that you want to take is about what you want to do, what you want your life to look like. And it's not like you're disrespecting another person or discounting another person's needs or other people's needs. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying that this is selfish behavior at all. I'm just having you kind of start to address yourself for the first time in a while, and to start addressing your own needs and what you need in a partnership or a relationship. And I think that's very good. And I think that this is the week that you kind of start to figure that out. I think you start to figure out that you're tired of waiting on other people. I think you're tired of questioning your own judgment, questioning your own words. And you're saying to yourself, why do I have to be in a relationship where I'm always feeling so insecure? Why is that a thing? And I think you're finally coming to terms with the fact that it doesn't have to be a thing, and it's not going to be a thing, and it's not ever going to be a thing ever again. And I think that's why we have a lot of those boundaries coming into play with that Wounded Warrior card right there. Absolutely. And I think you're smart to do so. Very, very good reading for you, Capricorn. I liked it a lot. All right. Thanks for letting me read for you. Next up, we are on to fire signs with Ophiuchus, which is actually the sign. Constellation Ophiuchus is right between Scorpio and Sagittarius on the calendar. November 29th through December 17th. Possibly, yeah. So if your birthday falls in there, you're an Ophiuchus. And a lot of people will resonate with either Sagittarius or Scorpio as well. So do feel free to watch all of those readings as well. They may or may not apply. Let's see what we have for Ophiuchus tonight. Queen of Wands in reverse. All right, so the Queen of Wands in reverse is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, feminine energy. So you may be, as I was saying, one of those Ophiuchus that resonates more with the Sagittarius side. If you are, the Queen of Wands in reverse is someone who is a little bit temperamental. They can be a little bit needy. They could be, so check yourself for behaviors like this week. I'm not saying it's you, but it's very possible. Someone who's not necessarily feeling at their best self. They can be attention seeking. They can be kind of They can be a little bit promiscuous at times because of that, those needs, like needing attention kind of thing. I got the World card. Something's changing rapidly. We're closing out a cycle of that. Oh, we're closing out a cycle of that. Very good. Oh, this is great. So any of those energies that have been hanging on, lingering, I feel like you're kind of addressing those within yourself. Some of these negative energies that you feel like have kind of been allowing you to maybe not be at your best self for a while with that Queen of Wands in reverse energy. I feel like you're cleaning that out, and I think it's I think it's going to be like this month that you really start to make some positive changes there if you haven't done so already. It's possible that you've already kind of addressed this within yourself, Ophiuchus. Good job. And I got the Three of Wands here. Very good. And the Ace of Cups. Very good. Wow. Okay. So there's a lot of manifestation energy coming about with this Three of Wands. I call it the minor arcana version of the Magician. It's like the she'll be coming around the mountain card. There's like the ships that are actually coming into the harbor. And the key to understanding the story of this card is to know that the things that the ships belong to him and everything on them belongs to him. And he knows what's coming because he's sent ahead for it, right? And there's an energy of change here. There's an energy of I've put in a lot of work, and now I'm going to start to see some of the benefits of that work coming towards me. That's a great job, Ophiuchus. We also have this Ace of Cups here that is right on the cusp of you here. Now, hang on. Now, the Ace of Cups can indicate a new love relationship. This is what I was worried about. So, one of the pitfalls of being a tarot card reader. So the Ace of Cups is about a brand new love relationship, right? When it flipped out, it was in the reverse, but I flipped it up into the upright. And I was like, well, I'll see where the other cards go because I get tired of like bad news, right? And then the Ace of Cups in reverse can be a breakup of some sort. It's now that we have it over here in this first section, it feels like something that's probably already happened. But I was kind of on the fence about whether this was going to be a new relationship for you or whether this is something that has to do with this energy that we're clearing out. And we have an Ace of Cups in the reverse, which is more about a breakup energy. And I was like, well, we'll see how it goes. But the next card out was the Two of Cups in the reverse. So it's kind of undeniable that you may have been through a breakup recently, something that you may have gone through, something that was, I don't get the sense that it was terribly damaging, but it's something that you may be kind of cleaning up the pieces from this week. And maybe that has to do with that Queen of Wands in reverse, which is someone who maybe was, while I was labeling her as like kind of clingy and attention seeking, maybe it wasn't so much of that, but maybe you just kind of putting, I don't know, like almost like dating people for the wrong reasons, or like starting projects and never completing them, or, you know, kind of just that dodgy sort of energy that's keeping you from committing to something. And maybe this is the week that you're like, you know what, I'm not going to do that anymore because this is a cycle that I'm going to wrap up. I'm not going to have any of those kind of behaviors in my life. And the next things that I want to focus on are going to be things that are a lot more profitable and a lot more productive in my life. Okay, let's slide that over there. Temperance in reverse. Whew. And then we have the Nine of Pentacles, which I'm going to leave it at that in the upright. Now the Temperance in reverse is again Sagittarius energy. So again, you might be a Saggy cusper, right? So this Temperance in reverse is someone who needs to look at their daily habits. It's about self-discipline. It's about routine. It's about what you allow into your life, who you allow into your life, the energies that you allow to be present in your field, and really having to address that, whether it's toxic behaviors within yourself or people you've chosen to allow in. Okay. And so this would be the week that you're kind of starting to get down to brass tacks with exactly how that's looked in the past and how it's not going to be looking in the future. 2 thumbs up. Good job. Who's the smartest? You are, right? Nine of Pentacles. This is somebody who is a very solitary energy, but they're very independent. Specifically, they're lacking in codependency, which is fantastic because this Queen of Wands in reverse,
She's the epitome of codependency. What was I saying? Attention seeking, narcissistic, temper tantrum throwing, can be like that barfly kind of type, somebody who just like, they just like a sucking vacuous hole of need. And if that was you for a time, it looks like no more, all right? And any of those energies, whether they were big or small in your life, it looks like it's being cleaned out, and there's some kind of form of new independence here for you. Now, I'm going to clarify with this traditional Rider-Waite really quickly. I feel like that's pretty clear of what you're leaving behind there, whether that's within you or whether that's within another person, those energies specifically. It looks like you're letting it go, and I like that. We got the Judgment card that flipped out there, and that's all about that wake-up call. That's like a rise and shine. We got to make a change, and it's got to happen stat. Yep, it's resurrection energy. It's somebody who is can be forced to make a change in some way, but whenever we have it right next to that Temperance in reverse, yeah, a change is going to come, and you are going to feel so much better. You're going to feel a lot better once you make this shift. Now, this shift is not going to come just with the wind. It's not like the Wheel of Fortune, like where all of a sudden the good karma kicks in and life gets better for a little while or something. It's not like that. With this Judgment card on top of all this other stuff, this is someone who actually has to put in a little bit of effort to make the changes happen in their lives. Well, because we are being asked to give up some of these codependent behaviors that have been leading us to making bad choices in partnerships that we have formed in the past. And this is something that we have to let go of with that World card, because that is the end of a cycle. I always say, and you know how much I love to repeat myself, the World card is not about starting a new chapter of a book. It's closing the book because you finished it, putting it on the shelf, and getting down the next Encyclopedia Britannica of your life. Very good. And we just can't do that with the same actions that we have in the past. We have to recognize where the instabilities have been, and we have to actually make a change. The change can be something like, first thing I do when I get up in the morning is I'm going to be making my bed, and that's my change. Or I'm not going to drink alcohol anymore. That's my change. Or I'm going to stop eating a box of cookies every day at 4 o'clock. That's my change. You know, like whatever it is, it's not always the easiest to get through. Something's definitely been off balance with the Temperance in reverse, and it now has to be addressed. It's a wake-up call. But whatever it is, you're very successful about it, and this is a great week for you to focus on those changes, and you will be successful if you do this week. Okay, a little bit more about this Nine of Pentacles, please. Four of Pentacles. Now, here's the problem. Ending things is hard. Letting go of those past behaviors and those choices, they can be addictions, they can be habits, they can be routines, they can be other people. That's hard. And I think this is your hang up this week, Ophiuchus, okay? I think you have the understanding that you need to let go of some things before you can move forward into this great state of this Nine of Pentacles energy, which is very entrepreneurial. It's very independent. It's very peaceful. It's very stable. But you're really struggling to let go of something here. And I got the Ace of Cups out again. But here's the thing. You know, we've talked about this tonight a couple of different times. This Ace of Cups truly is that holy grail. And yes, it is a new love relationship on the table. Yes, it is. Okay. But much more importantly, we can't even get to a new love relationship until we have this just for ourselves, our solitary selves. We can't possibly hope to extend a full cup to another person unless we have made these changes with this wake-up call that allow us to understand where the imbalances in our lives have been previously to this. Having this out twice for this week for you, Ophiuchus, tells me that it's going to be really important this week for you to be focusing on self-healing and self-growth and actually putting in some hard work to achieve that this week, okay? I don't know what it's going to be for you. I don't know what that looks like for you, but that's kind of what's coming down the pipeline. And if you choose to do that, if you choose to make these positive choices and stick to them, you're going to experience a very rapid change in your life for the better. However, if you don't make changes, you're just going to sit in this energy longer. And I'm not saying it's like doom and gloom upon your head if you don't start like jogging 5 miles every day. That's not what I'm saying at all. But if there are changes in your life that you know you need to be making and you just aren't, because they're hard, like it's hard. Like it's hard to get up and go for a jog every morning at first until you learn to love it, right? Until you make the choice to let go of some of those toxic behaviors in your life, you'll just continue on. And it doesn't necessarily mean that there will be gloom and doom on your future. It just means it's going to be more the status quo. And I'm understanding that there has been some imbalances. There have been some imbalances here that you haven't been comfortable with. And so this would be a good week to kind of like look at those, right? And see where some changes could be made and see where you might kind of like those changes. You never know. Try something different, right? Okay. I'm not going for a jog. I'm not going for a 5-mile jog tomorrow, though. I can tell you the truth about that. All right, that was your reading for the week of Ophiuchus. Next up, we have Sagittarius. Very good. Let's grab the Star Power Tarot and see where we get for you guys. Two of Wands in reverse. Well, all right. So the Two of Wands in reverse is someone who's not really sure where they want to go next. The Two of Wands is one of the most lusty cards in the deck. It's someone who's definitely seeking partnership. Whenever we have it in the reverse, we have someone who's kind of in a meh kind of state of mind about stuff. Could be because things haven't gone so well in the future that now you're kind of, yeah, Eight of Wands in reverse. This could be someone who has a lot of people talking to them all of a sudden. This can be a lot of attention focused on you to the point where you're like, I don't even know what to do anymore. Like, I don't want to talk to anybody. The Eight of Wands is all about fast moving, rapid communication coming from a lot of different directions. Whenever we have it in the reverse, it can be messages that you just don't want to receive anymore. Like it can be too much. Too much of a good thing is still too much. And especially on that Two of Wands in the reverse, and now I got the Nine of Cups, there's somebody who's kind of questioning like, well, what is it that I really want all of a sudden? Because on one hand, it's kind of like everything that you could ever want. You're being kind of offered a lot of choices here, but really having a hard time deciding what it is that you really want in your life and what's really going to be functional for you in your life and in your heart. And maybe that's why we have you kind of in this state of meh. Fool in reverse. Oh, hold on. I don't want to say the wrong thing. That could be a few different things. Eight of Cups. Well, all right, a little bit more here because the Fool in reverse, very good. Perfect, perfect. 10 of Pentacles at the end. So the Fool in reverse is someone who's afraid to make a change. They're afraid to let go. They're afraid to really jump off into it. They're really afraid of what that change is going to look like. The Eight of Cups is very similar to that Four of Pentacles energy where we have someone who's having a hard time letting go of something who they know it's really bad for them, right? But they think they like it, even though they really don't. But they think they do, so they continue to do it. And that's why we have this kind of meh situation here. It can be the energy of knowing that you need to leave some kind of behavior behind. On one hand, it's providing you with some of the things that you want, some of the things you might like in your life, but it's kind of getting to the point where it's not really providing you the sustenance that you really, really need. And it's causing you to feel like you don't know what's coming next. Like you're not sure you want to go down this pathway at all. Like somebody here was kind of hoping for a fresh, brand new start, and they started looking for a partnership in some sort of way. They got a lot of communication from someone or a lot of people rapidly, and it's caused them to kind of reconsider what it is that they want for the future and kind of reconsider if they want to go down this pathway at all. But this 10 of Pentacles here is about stability. It's your home life. It's about peace and harmony. It's about financial prosperity. And that's at the end of this reading here, this 10 of Pentacles. Okay, now I'm going to see how we get over to that point, because it kind of feels almost like we have someone here who would like to start something new, whether it's a new relationship or a new career path, and they were kind of driven to do so, but once they kind of started the process, they were like, I don't know if it's really any better out there with another person than it is in here all alone, because in here all alone's pretty comfortable and cozy and it's what I'm used to. And so I'm not really sure that I'm willing to put myself out there and go down this new pathway if I'm not really seeing what I want to begin with. Okay. That's kind of the feeling I'm getting. Okay, let me use this Tarot of Wonderland to clarify a little bit. This Two of Wands in reverse energy, because the Two of Wands in reverse can be a partnership that's gone awry as well, I suppose. Let's look. Four Swords. Four Swords is separation energy. It's kind of a breakup energy. It's not like a final nail in the coffin energy always, but it's definitely a split of some sort. It's taking a break or a time out. Okay. On this situation, I have someone who's in the middle of that. We could have someone who's separated from someone and kind of testing the waters of what new relationships in their life may look like. And maybe it's not looking the way they wanted it to. Let's look. Nine of Cups on top of the Nine of Cups. You're kidding me. I don't know. I think this is, no, I don't think so. This is a pathway that someone is definitely committed to here. And that I'm hearing that they're just at the very beginning and they're not going to give up on their dreams or their goals. Okay, very good. There's someone here who's investing in their happiness for the future, and they see a new path of productivity and prosperity for them. Okay, themselves. This Nine of Cups, this is like your wish fulfillment. It's that birthday candle. So sorry about that glare. You know it's going to make me crazy. But it's about birthday candle wish fulfillment. It's three-dimensional wish fulfillment. And there was somebody here who was kind of on the fence about it. Like, I'm not sure I'm going to get what I want out of this. I'm not sure this is what I want. But there's been some kind of separation that's been enforced here where somebody's kind of trying on something new. Tell me about this Fool in reverse, because there's a lot of potential for happiness for whoever I'm reading for. There's a lot of potential for happiness. And despite things not quite going the way that you've wanted them to in the recent past, I mean the very recent past, there's someone here who's being asked to please don't give up on this path. Please keep going. There's a lot of insecurity. I get the Page of Cups in reverse. This is someone who's afraid of love. They're afraid to extend themselves in love. They're afraid of what that's going to look like. Page of Cups is someone who extends an offer of friendship, love, forgiveness, apology, anything like that. In this particular reading, though, when we have this little dude in the reverse on this whole combination, it feels like someone who's very fearful of love and of starting some kind of new love relationship. I'm hearing, heck, let's not talk about love even. Let's talk about just flirtation. This person doesn't even feel like flirtation is going to work for them right now because they've experienced some negatives in the dating world. We're talking about someone who's starting to date here, I think, for the first time, or maybe starting something new for the first time and things are just not quite getting off the ground. I've got the Hierophant here on its side. This could be someone who's just recently left a major commitment. The Hierophant is the card of Taurus, but it's also a card of marriage and traditional values and stoicism. This is someone who, and it came out on its side, so that tells me someone who's in the middle of either leaving that kind of relationship or someone who's contemplating that kind of relationship in their life and what it means to them. This Page of Wands is someone who I always call this little guy the unattended child left with a box of matches. There's a lot of potential there, right? Potential for a lot of things to happen in that scenario. And it could be an immature behavior. It can be, I don't know. It feels like someone here is afraid they're going to be taken advantage of. They don't trust themselves in a love relationship. They're afraid that someone else is going to be taking advantage of them for some reason. We have a lot of insecurity here. And while someone wants this brand new fresh start and there's a lot of happiness potential coming towards this person, it's almost like they're pumping the brakes on it. Because we have someone who's kind of questioning what it is that they want overall. And I got the Six of Wands here. Someone who is... I'm hearing like this person, whoever I'm reading for, golly, they just want to be able to sit down and enjoy time with someone where there's not any fighting or arguing or discontent. This is someone who wants peace and they want to feel at home with someone. And there's someone, whoever I'm reading for, is someone who truly does deserve that. That whoever I'm reading for is someone who's invested a lot in their own security. And this is someone who helps a lot of people around them and provides a sense of security for others in their lives. This is someone who's very nurturing. And this is someone who's finally starting to say, you know what, darn it, I deserve that too. I deserve to have some peace and stability, and I deserve to have someone bring that to me and meet me halfway with that same energy. And I really like hearing that for you, because it's like a commitment to your own happiness where you haven't done that in the past. And it's very much leading you to this Ten of Pentacles, which is a card ultimately of financial prosperity, but really it's more about root chakra stability, where you have something that you can count on every day. And look at how cute you are with the Six of Cups coming out right on top of that. I love it so much, which is again that soulmate card. Somebody that you can count on, that you're like peas and carrots with, right? You just make sense. You just go together. And I think that's ultimately what you want. And while you haven't had that, and you're nervous about what the perspective of even beginning to look for that in your life would be like right now, I think you're going to go ahead and try. And I think there's a part of you that kind of wants to quit before you even begin. But I think there's a lot of potential for happiness here. So if you're this person, do not give up and do not stop. Keep going forward, because I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised by the outcome. And I'll catch up with you guys next week. And this feels like a slower moving energy, I have to be honest. Whoever I'm reading for, I think you're kind of baby stepping it right now. And so we'll catch up with you next week and see how this is going. All right, Saggy, next up we have Aries. I'm going to continue on with this Tarot of Wonderland, and last we will have Leo's last of the night. All right, what do we have for Aries? Eight of Cups, walking away from something that you are okay with walking away from. Good job. All righty. Here's the thing. Eight of Cups is usually, we got another 8 on top of it, 8 of Swords. We'll talk about that in a second. So this Eight of Cups, specific to this deck, the Tarot of Wonderland, you know, the Eight of Cups is oftentimes about having to let go of something we care very deeply about, and we have these emotional ties to it. But specific to this deck, let me see if I can get it close enough. Like the look on Alice's face, I don't know if it will focus or not. She just has so much disdain and nervousness about this dumb pig that she won, and she's not jazzed about it now. She realizes what it's going to entail to keep that pig, and it's not as cute as she thought it was. And she doesn't have a hard time walking away from it anymore, because now she kind of gets it. She sees what it is, and it's easy to walk away. So this Eight of Swords though, and I'm getting the impression that these actually don't entirely go together. So while we have two eights right next to each other, which is great because it's about creating balance in your life and learning how to go with the flow and harmony and that sort of thing, I feel like we're dealing with two different situations. I feel like you're leaving one situation, and now I have you in a state of restriction where you're not talking to someone. The energy of the Eight of Swords is one of being very blocked. It can be blocked digitally, where you're not communicating with someone, either texty or emaily, or picking up the phone. You're not talking to someone. We'll get more clarification as to why in a second. I've got the Seven of Swords. Somebody's not telling the truth about things in this situation. Seven of Swords again. Is again that kind of lying liar who lies sort of energy. But again, someone who's trying to get away with something or not tell the whole truth in a situation. Queen of Pentacles comes out right between those two. That's Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, feminine energy. There's been some kind of fallout here. I'm not going to, hold on. I'll ask about that in a second, because I'm not sure how that applies Two of Pentacles, yeah, okay. So the Two of Pentacles in reverse is someone who is experiencing kind of a standstill. Like they're kind of at a point where they don't know where to go next. Like kind of like deer in the headlights sort of feeling. This Queen of Pentacles is someone who has, she's on the verge of losing a lot. Okay, she came out on her side, and she's really one of the most financially prosperous cards in the deck. She's someone who does everything on her own. She runs the store. She minds the store. Okay, and she's very solitary, and she's fine on her own. Whenever we have her on her side, though, it kind of feels like in this combination, she's sort of had this thrust upon her, where now she's in this kind of single energy, where she's sort of being forced to juggle a lot of things. She doesn't have some kind of communication with someone here, and she, whatever. There's someone here who's not talking to another person, and there's someone here who hasn't been telling the whole truth about a situation. Now, this is pretty muddy and convoluted, okay? So I'm going to get in, hold on, I got to get a couple more out with this deck because I'm not sure how this is going to end. Alrighty, we have someone who's thinking about starting something new, and they're thinking about going in a different direction. With this Fool card, they haven't made the final commitment to jump. Yep, it's on his side, and this is someone who's still thinking about what they want to do, what they're going to do next. Like I said, this is someone who's in a tenuous position where they don't know which step to take next. Now, we have someone who's walked away from something that they're pretty excited about walking away from. Let's use this Deviant Moon Tarot for you guys and find out what that is. What's this Eight of Cups? Come on. Okay, so the Four of Cups in reverse and the Lovers in reverse. Okay, so this could be a divorce, and honestly, this could have been a large relationship in your life if it's not a divorce. The Four of Cups in reverse teaches us to look at ourselves throughout during the time of separation and loss from another person, and the Lovers in reverse indicates the ending of a major love relationship, especially when we have it on top of this Eight of Cups. Okay, so we have somebody who's walking away from something important, a major relationship in their lives, and they're having to deal with the fallout of that, and they're having to focus on themselves for the first time and what it is that they want their lives to look like. Ay, ay, ay. This is kind of a tall order, I gotta be honest. I get the feeling that this person, whoever I'm reading for, you're having to walk away from this relationship, and it propels you into a place where you're kind of being forced to start all over. And there's something else here. Like, there's someone who doesn't really know which step to take next, but they're not talking a lot. Six of Cups, that's that soulmate card again. He's been so popular tonight, and I'm so glad, and he's in the upright position. There's a new soulmate that's coming into frame of vision here, Aries, and that's the person that you haven't been talking to. That's the person that you've been quite restricted from with this Eight of Swords, where nobody's talking to one another. And like I was saying, this feels different. This feels like this is not the person that you're leaving behind. This is someone else that's hanging out in your atmosphere that is a soulmate relationship. But for some reason, you're not talking to them. They're not talking to you. Hang on. And it's because someone's not telling the truth with this Seven of Swords. Let's find out what that truth is. Strength. Oh, okay. You're not going to tell us, and that's fine because we don't have to be nosy, right? But the Strength card is someone, all right, whoever I'm reading for, the time that, if this is your story, this time that you're going through has been really challenging. And I get the impression that not very many people know exactly what you've been going through. And I think you haven't been telling people. I think there's a soulmate that's floating around in your atmosphere. I don't know if you've met them yet. If you have, you'll know that you have. And it would be someone that you're not talking to right now. And there's a reason why you're not. You don't want to tell the truth about everything that you've had to go through here recently. And there's an energy of wanting to wait until you're in a more superior position before you reach out to this person, because I get the impression that whatever has just happened with this fallout has left your life in a little bit of a mess, and not really sure, again, which foot to put in front of the other and which direction you should even be going in. Yeah, the Wheel of Fortune in reverse tells me about delays and bad luck, like delays in timing and bad luck. And kind of like feeling like you've been up against insurmountable odds for a while, and you haven't been telling people this, you haven't been talking about it, you've just kind of been shoving it down. It's not even that you've like been avoiding talking to people. It might just be like, your life is such a shit show right now that all you can do is just pick up the pieces every morning and head off to work and then come home and pick up the pieces again and then go to bed. And it's kind of like rinse, repeat, right? Queen of Swords in reverse. That's again an energy of not talking. It's not telling the truth. It's not expressing yourself. Honestly, I gotta be real with you here, Aries. If this is your reading, I feel like your lack of communication here, to whether it's to this person or to that old person or just in general, I feel like your lack of communication is actually contributing to more chaos in your life. While you think it's something that's actually strengthening you, I think it's actually causing more fallout. What do we always say? Communication is key. And I got the Four of Cups out here again. It's the second time out for that, which is an indication of someone who's really trying to focus on themselves. And maybe that's what you're really trying to say here, is you're not reaching out to other people. It's not just because you don't want to ask for help. It's not because you have all this pride. It's not because you're afraid of being seen as being inadequate in some way. It's that you're really just trying to focus on yourself and what you want for the future. Because like I was saying, it's possible that your life has been a little bit of a nightmare recently. Okay. For some reason, my phone just changed and I'm not sure what's going on there. But it looks different and things are different. I'm not sure what's going on. Facebook's changed some things this week. Alrighty. And I got the Eight of Cups again. Start with it and finish it. That's an knee slapper, right? Eight of Cups is having to walk away from something. This is what you're in the middle of. And I think there's an understanding that there is someone here that's trying to talk to you, or you're wanting to reach out to them, vice versa. And it's truly just hovering around in your energy, but you're so focused on cleaning up whatever this mess is that you have had to deal with in your life for a while, that you're not focused on any kind of new beginning yet. Although it's right around the corner with this Fool card, whether it's been thrust upon you or whether this is a new choice that you want to make. This Knight of Swords came out with that, which is someone who's going to start taking immediate action. But the truth is there's somebody here who's really trying to focus on their own stability for the first time in a while. And there's a lot to focus on is kind of what I'm hearing. I'm hearing like rebuilding of the dam. And so whoever you are, if this is your reading, just take it slow. It'll be fine. Whoever this soulmate is that's out there kind of hovering in your environment, they'll be fine. If you have to wait a little bit longer to reach out to them, or they have to wait a little bit longer to contact you because you have other things to focus on, that's fine. Because like I always say, soulmates, they don't go anywhere. You'll find them and they will find you, whether they have to hit you with their car or meet you at the coffee shop. They will find a way to bump into you, right? You know it, I know it. It's true. So you don't have to be in a rush. I think that you understand that. I think that you're going to start taking your time and through this healing process. And once you kind of get through it, I think you're going to be off to the races here. Whether this has been, again, thrust upon you, this new beginning, or whether you've made the choice to do this on your own, it looks like it's going to be really good. You're just in a time right now where you're cleaning up some loose ends and again picking up some pieces. Okay, good job, Aries. I like it. If you're going through this, hang in there. Keep fighting the good fight, all right? Tomorrow is going to be a better day. All right, next up, we have last of the night, Leo. Thank you guys so much for hanging out tonight and being so patient. You guys are the last. If you guys want to book a personal reading with me, you can. All that information is around here somewhere. If you're watching this on YouTube tomorrow after it's been all time-stamped nicey for you, then that information to book a reading is in the About section of our channel, I think. Anyway, what do we have for Leo? I'm going to switch decks, actually. Let's switch to this Tarot of Dreams by Ciro Marchetti. Let's see what we have. Ace of Pentacles in reverse, Three of Swords. What is this? All right. Ace of Pentacles in reverse is something that's not a solid start. It's not a solid offer. It's not a solid deal. Three of Swords coming out with it. That is, again, that Ben and Jerry's card of the deck. That's the breakup, heartache, grief, and pain. It's not a great combination to lead out with, Leo. I got to be honest, but you know what? Sometimes things have to be done. It's when you see that there is not going to be growth potential in a relationship or a situation, sometimes we do have to let go of things, and sometimes it hurts to do so. And then other times, and once we get through that pain, we're like, whew, dodged a bullet there, right? Let's find out a little bit more about this. I'll clarify with another deck in a minute so we can kind of figure out what that means, who that is, what that is. Ace of Swords. We have some kind of clarity coming in. We have some truths being told this week. We have someone who is making a definite choice about something that they've been on the fence about for a while, and this choice is what makes a major change in your life and also in the lives of some other people, is what I'm hearing. Very good, but in the most positive of ways. I like that. And I think one of the greatest things about you, Leo, and I don't know who I'm reading for specifically here, but I get the impression that you're someone who has a lot of positive intentions, just in general. That you're someone who is always looking out for others. You take care of other people. You consider other people's needs. And because of that, a lot of people come to you for advice. They come to you for assistance in some way. You put yourself on the line for others, and you give a tremendous amount to other people. People respect you. And it kind of feels like you're in a position this week where you've had to assess some things and let someone or something go from your life or from your environment in some way. And doing so, while it feels kind of destructive on one end, it's actually for the greater good. And this is something that you've considered. Okay, so that was my point. Yeah. Because you're considerate, Leo. Yes, you are. Okay, the Tower in reverse. Something that you saw coming before it happened. Very similar energy to this Ace of Coins in reverse. This is something, like I was saying, you could tell from a mile away that was never going to go anywhere. It was never going to get any better. You said it, you saw it, nobody listened or whatever. Now we have the actual fallout happening with the Tower in reverse, which is like a catastrophic event that seemingly comes out of nowhere, but whenever it's in the reverse, it's kind of that, yeah, I saw it coming, and I saw it coming a week ago. I could have predicted that behavior or that situation based upon past events. Now I got the Page of Pentacles on top of that. You were hoping for a brand new start with someone. You were hoping for a reinvestment with someone. You were hoping for some lessons learned with someone. You watched, like I said, you're someone who people come to for advice. You're very observant. You're very well respected. You watched this happen from a distance. You wanted this to be better. You wanted someone to learn from their past mistakes, and it doesn't feel like you're seeing those results. The Queen of Wands in reverse, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, feminine energy in the reverse, but again, it's very needy. It's very attention-seeking. This is someone who kind of demands that everyone in the room pay attention to them whenever they need something. This is an energy that you've seen coming for a while. I'm not suggesting that that is your energy. It feels quite external to you. And I feel like you're just having to deal with the fallout of it. Congratulations. Happy Sunday. I got the Judgment card out here that goes on top of the whole thing. All right, so that's that wake-up call. That's that aha moment. And I really feel like the aha moment is not so much for you, but it's for the other people who are in your immediate environment, family dynamic, work dynamic, social group somehow. It feels like a group of people. This judgment call is, or this judgment is like a wake-up call, okay? Light bulb moment. Divine intervention. Yep. Time to make a change. Time to let someone go with that Three of Swords. Let's clarify with this Star Power Tarot, actually. I hate to even ask, because if this is your reading, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. But let's go ahead and ask anyway. What's this Ace of Pentacles in reverse? Four of Wands in reverse. Yeah, this is something that contributed absolutely to instability within your home, within your physical self. Like, I get the impression that whatever this situationship, relationship was, it was starting to kind of eat away at you. Like, could even like give you like ulcery tummy feeling, or like indigestion, or was like causing you to have a headache, or like something that was actually contributing to instability in your own physical body or in the four walls of your home or working environment, and understanding that you have to cut somebody loose, otherwise those feelings are going to persist, and it's not just affecting you, it's affecting a team or a collective of some sort. Okay, I feel like you have a lot of pressure on your shoulders, but you are someone who's dealt with things for so long, you're very good at what you do. I have the Judgment on top of the Judgment card. Holy smokes. Now, what's interesting is I feel like you were trying to give someone a second chance here, but it didn't last long. Like, it feels like it fell apart before it even began, almost, because before this person could even show you that they had changed, you had already started seeing the same darn behaviors that caused you to cut them out of your life in the first place for whatever reason. And now you're questioning why you ever let them in again in the first place. And now we have a fallout with that Tower in reverse, but it's not nearly as bad as it could have been, because like I said, you saw it coming, right? And I got the King of Cups. The only problem is that letting this person out of your environment kind of tears your heart out in some way. This is Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, masculine energy, but this is someone who kind of keeps their emotions to themselves because they don't really know how to deal with them. It's kind of like hiding tears, kind of hiding how sad it makes you feel to have to let this person go in whatever way, but having to deal with those emotions kind of on your own, because it does feel like you are required to be kind of the stoic individual in this situation, almost like you're the boss. Like, it's almost like having to give someone termination papers on a Friday afternoon or something, and you having to be the one to do it is kind of what the feeling is. Queen of Swords, this is somebody who has to tell the truth, and they have to pass down a harsh verdict. Okay, the Queen of Swords is someone who tells the truth, like I said, highly respected, very respected for the things that they say and the choices that they make. This is the person that people come to for advice. Yes, and this is your energy. This is someone who has to make the right choice, again, for the greater good. This Ace of Wands, I get the impression that there's something brand new that begins because of this. Now, this Ace of Wands, and I wanted to say this because I'm starting to feel like I'm having feelings for whoever you're having to let go in this situation, but I have the feeling, and this card isn't even for you. This is about this other person that is in this situationship. They're on the cusp of finding something new for them that works much better for them. So if you've been battling with guilt in some kind of situation here, where you're having to cut ties with an individual, I encourage you to not. First of all, guilt doesn't really help us at all, right? You can sit and feel guilty all day. It's not going to change a single darn thing. So let's just not worry about that, because this person has something much better coming towards them. So just don't even sweat it, okay? And so do you, because the hole that this person leaves behind is now available for someone else to come in and be of assistance in your life, whether this is career or finances or love, okay? And I got the Page of Pentacles. Yeah, twice. Page of Pentacles 2 times. Okay. So we have someone here that when you let this person go is when they actually start to grow. Okay, it's almost like a child leaving home for the first time. If you never encouraged them to, or made them, for some people, then they would never know how good it felt to grow outside of that environment, how good it felt to invest in themselves because they were forced to. And so I think you're coming to the realization that you're almost having to be disciplinary in this person's life and allow them a new start somewhere else. I know. And actually what you're doing is a great kindness for them, because you allowing them to go forward on their own gives them an opportunity to start something new.
that is better for them, better suited for them. And I think you will heave a sigh of relief once they are out of your environment. And I don't get the impression that this is like a really horrible person. I just get the impression that they exhibit a lot of tendencies that cause chaos and upheaval within the environment that you have to spend a lot of time in. Okay? Anything else you want to say about this? Eight of Wands. So this is going to be happening this week, and we're going to have communication about this week. We have change that's coming in. Not everybody's going to be happy about this verdict that you have to lay down. They're not going to be happy today, but I guarantee you 2 years from now, they're going to thank you for it. I promise. This feels so much, this actually is a great reading. I know it feels a little bit stressful, but honestly, I feel like you're handling it so easily and so well. Like I said, I feel like you saw it coming. You gave this person another chance, even though in the back of your mind, you were thinking that maybe you shouldn't. I think you saw it for what it was. It went the way you thought it was going to. Now you know that you can trust yourself and your gut instincts from here on out, especially not just with this person, but with other people in general as well. And this, your action of cutting this person out actually allows for growth in their life. So good job, Leo. All right, that was your reading for the week. I'll catch up with you guys next week. I have no idea what's going on in the Super Bowl. Oh my God, please don't let Florida win. All right, I'll see you guys later. Catch up with you next week. All right, bye.